Peace, HHDG. We're on another episode of HHDG Media, the podcast. And before we get into our guests tonight, I want to say shout out to the Facebook group, Hip Hop Discussion Group, HHDG. Shout out to our HHDG Media Inc. crew, Rock Vader KB. Just dropped a dope mixtape, The Best of 2K21 with myself, Wiki. Shout out to the rest of our crew, The Mayor, T. Smith, and Skelly Top. Shout out to y'all. Hope y'all tuning in. I know Dan didn't want to say a little too much tonight, but you can join in when you can. These two people that we're gonna have tonight, have a wide history. One in the realm of turntablism and DJing, aside from his skills with production. Another has been making waves in his MCing skills, along with his crew. I'm not going to say a little too much just yet, but along with his crew, they've been making waves. They've have some legendary battles to talk about. We worked with some well-known producers on the other side of things tonight that we're going to talk about, and together they made a dope album that dropped in the fourth quarter of 2021, and then came out with a surprise just last month with some dope producers as well. And they continue to work with artists from their crews, as well as another production crew coming out of Oregon that we're going to talk about as well. So let's get into it. First up, we got coming out of Cali from the world famous Beat Junkies and Invisible Scratch Pickles, D Styles.
Yo, what up? What up? What's going on?
Peace.
Peace, man. Thank you for having me.
Definitely. Couldn't wait for this one. And coming out of Dallas, Texas, from the Mali Empire, the Untouchables, Nowaah the Flood.
Peace.
How you doing tonight?
How's it going? Pretty good, man.
Good. Man. Yeah, man. I was shocked, when this album came out last year. I know about your perspective skills on with the DJing and then with the MCing, but to see both your names on the same album, I was like, wow, I wonder how this is gonna sound. And from beginning to end, just dopeness.
Oh man, so, thank you, man. Thank you.
Definitely. So before we even talk about the album, tell us how the two of you met to start creating the music for the Creme de la Creme.
Yeah, I mean, I was a fan of Nowaah the Flood. Like, I was listening to a lot of his albums. Like I started with his album with Stu Bangers, and then kind of went backwards and listened to the stuff he did with Architect, and then he dropped an album with Giallo Point, and like I was just blown away by like all his albums, and like I've been making beats for quite a while, and I kind of chilled for a little bit, and then during the whole pandemic, I got back into making beats. So I've been piling up all these beats, and I was like, man, I wanna, like I need someone dope on these beats, man. And like I just thought maybe I should hit up Nowaah the Flood and just see if he would be down. And I sent him beats, and he had hit me back and was like, let's work. And so I was like, man, all right, hell yeah, let's do it. So yeah.
Now before Nowaah starts, that's dope because you're speaking from the perspective of a fan, and you were digging into his music. It wasn't just one project. Like, oh, you went into other projects that he had out there. That's dope right there. Yeah. So go ahead, Nowaah.
Nah, man. I mean, you reached out. You know what I'm saying? And I was surprised. You know what I mean? But I think I put in a little bit of work for a couple years, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody was going to hear you know what I'm saying, hear my music, you know what I mean, that was going to reach out, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, and share their platform, man, you know, and fuck with it. And shit, it was the perfect thing. So it was like, already know the world famous beat junkies and all that, you know what I'm saying? So it was
Right.
like, it's like some ill shit, you know what I'm saying? So like,
Definitely.
let's get it. The beats is definitely fight, you know.
Yep.
And it was on, you know. We hit y'all the last quarter, you know what I'm saying? Because we got ahead of a schedule, you know what I'm saying? You know, we gave y'all that, you know what I
But
mean?
there's something about hip hop with that fourth quarter though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And
man.
speaking of beat junkies, no, you got to show the people what you're wearing right now.
Oh, see. Hold on now. How do I do that? How do I do that? I don't know.
There you go.
Hey, I don't know the website's bjunkies.com, you know what I'm saying? To get the merch.
Yeah.
You know that.
Definitely.
You know.
Now these styles, I mean, like you was already talking about, world famous already. So just tell the people about your early beginnings.
Man, I mean, like I got into b-boying first, got into graffiti, and then I just fell in love with DJing, with scratching and battling. And so I was active in the battle scene from like 80, this is way back, like 80, like 86, 87 to about 93. Like I was battling, like just in competitions and stuff. And then I got more into like making beats. And then I would just go back and forth, try to balance my time. But like in the mid to late 90s, I was in a group called Third Sight, and I was mainly making the beats, doing all the cuts, and then we took a break, and then like I just wanted to get back into making beats again, man. And so I was really really glad that Nowaah the Flood was down to like do this project with me for sure.
Definitely. Now, when you started DJing, who were you looking up to?
Man, Marley Marl, Jam Master Jay, um, Cash Money, Joe Cooley, DJ Aladdin. I mean, there were so many. Jazzy Jeff, you know what I mean? I was trying to get my hands on any record that I could that had scratching on it, and I would try to study that, and learn it. And then videos came out and watching Yo MTV Raps and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, I mean, I learned from studying DJs on vinyl and having to play that song over and over again and try to copy it. You know what I mean?
Copy.
Yeah.
And then with the the whole beat junkies and invisible scratch pickles, you got other DJs with you, So at the same time, a lot of DJs, it's just them, and learning from the videos and the records that they have. But you also got other DJs doing the same thing. So now you got a little friendly,
Definitely.
not only just friendly competition, but you're also learning from each other.
Definitely, man. Yeah, I mean, like it definitely helped being around other DJs that were better than me. You know what I mean? Because it really forced me to level up. You know what I mean? And just raise the bar. You know what I mean? And I was influenced by all those cats. Qbert, Mixmaster Mike, Babu, J Rock. You know what I mean? Melody, Redmatic. So many, too many to name.
Yeah. When I was coming up in the 90s, I was in New York. I was going to a lot of DMC battles.
Okay.
And that's that was my first introduction to the X-Men before the VHS, the Exercise came out.
The X-Men. Oh my God. Yeah. They were a huge influence on me too, man. Steve D, Rob Swift, Rock Raider, all of them, man. Yeah, kings right there. They're all kings.
Definitely. Now, I don't want to go through, the whole DJing thing, but I have to say that I wish I was there when you battled, when Invisible Scratch Pickles battled the X-Men. And not
Oh, right.
a few years ago, Rob Swift said that the X-Men was strong as, in their solo routines, but when it came to the team battle, the Invisible Scratch Pickles, y'all were on it. Y'all were on it, and he gave y'all your respect for that because the X-Men were just not at that level just yet where they are.
Right. You know what? I wasn't actually in that battle, but I was around. You know what I mean? Like that whole scene during the time and seeing it all go
Yeah.
down. But I actually wasn't at that battle, and I wish I was as well, man. Because that was such a legendary night for sure. Legendary battle. Yeah.
Now with Noah, you tell us your come up.
Oh, you said tell you what now?
Your come up, your influences.
Say everything. You know what I'm saying? It's vast. All the music, man.
Oh, okay. And you grew up your entire life in Dallas area?
Nah, man. It's all over, man.
All over. Okay.
Man. You know what I mean? It's hard. Hard to pump. I was born in Germany, and then I lived in a whole bunch of places. You know what I'm saying?
Was like, Flint one of those places?
I was coming out of music. I came out of Dallas. You know what I'm saying? When my sister started bubbling, I came out of Dallas. You know, though a lot of cats out in Cali embraced it. You know what I'm saying? I remember you was writing on the blogs like.
Did you live in Flint as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you?
My father's stayed, my grandmother's. You know what I'm saying? Out there
okay.
and all that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you like you said all over. So I can see what you mean by the influences.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite music growing up?
Hip hop, man. Hip hop. R&B, like which one? Because I can go all eras. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm from the
I'm just talking about
80s,
just your top
90s, 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Which one was the one?
Just your childhood. That what sticks with you.
Rakim, G-Rap. You know what I'm saying? Kane. Later, Nas, Big. You know, $500,000, Big L, Pun. So you know what I'm saying? All of the usual suspects. You know what I'm saying? Probably a few others like Scaramanga and cats like that. You know what I mean? You know.
Scaramanga, wow.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Tragedy, Kadaki.
Yeah, same here. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Cats like that.
Damn.
Wow, man. So tell us when you first started working on this album, how long ago was that?
Man, I think we started like a little before summer, like
okay.
May, June, maybe like May or June, maybe around that time. And then we just sent files back and forth. Like I would send him 2 or 3 beats, and then he would just send me the verses, and I would just put them in the session, and then send him a reference track. And then we would just go back and forth. I would add cuts, or I would ask his opinion on this and that. And like we just slowly built like a strong like 8 or 9 songs from there. You know what I mean?
So what was that? What was the very first track that y'all put together?
Shark Soup.
Shark Soup.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Yeah.
It was on from there.
Yeah.
I heard people say like, yeah, that's a display of scratching right there. You know what I'm saying? Like he went crazy on that. You know what I mean? I didn't rap no more after you know what I'm saying? He killed it right there. You know, it's a done deal.
Oh man.
It just let him do his thing, right?
Yeah, it's a done deal.
Oh shit.
Now
Yeah.
we got a question real quick, but before I go and show the question, I got to shout out Danny out from the UK that did the artwork.
Yep.
No,
And the
Mr. Green.
question's coming from Scratch Knobs. He said, "How'd the cover end up being Malcolm X gripping some dough?"
You gotta, you know, that was Danny's creation. But you know what I'm saying? I agree. You know what I mean? Like it was. I could see how it came if you look at my other album covers. You know what I'm saying? You know what Danny do in the theme,
Mm-hmm.
and you probably, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
You probably get it from there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Danny right there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was hard though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We got the you know what I'm saying alternate joint too, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yep,
That's
yep.
that.
Yeah, the alternate one. Yeah,
Hey
yeah.
Flood,
Why
Flood,
Go ahead.
you've been working with Danny for a minute, man, right? Couple years
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Dope. Okay.
Mm.
And I say this all the time. Danny's also nice on the production.
You got beats,
Oh yeah,
yep.
quiet as it's kept.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
When I first discovered him, it was on SoundCloud a few years ago, and that was the first thing I knew about him was his production.
Oh what? Okay.
Now, what was your approach with Creme de la Creme? Because I mean, you can hear the cohesiveness with the two of you, and you got the scratches on there. You know, that's got to have that foundation. You know, I love that it's 2022 and we still are getting scratches. As much as we get complaints about there's not enough of it, we still have people like D Styles making sure it's still relevant.
I mean, we just went song by song, you know what I mean? And like my whole foundation is pretty much like, you know, taking what like DJ Premier has done, you know what I mean, and just trying to make it my own style. So to me, like every song needs to at least have some type of jigga jigga in it, you know what I mean? Even if it's just simple and subtle scratches, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I appreciate that. Like, people are like open to hearing cuts because I feel like that's like a lost art nowadays. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, man, we're just trying to keep carrying on the torch. You know what I mean? Just the whole tradition of it.
Definitely.
I was just trying to compliment the beats. You know what I'm saying? It's just just make you know what I'm saying. Make it sound good, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, wasn't doing no special tricks and that like that. You know what I'm saying? On there, but yeah,
Definitely.
we did that.
And speaking of having dope scratches on cuts, D Styles, you had cuts on Ransoms, Heavy as the Head.
Oh right, yeah,
How
yeah,
did
man.
that end up happening?
Yeah, shout out to Big Ghost, man. He always hits me up for cuts every now and then, man. So I'm like a huge fan of his production, and
Mhm.
his beats always get me hyped to scratch. You know what I mean? Regardless. So yeah, man. Whenever he hits me up, I'm always down. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ransom. That's right.
Yeah, that was unexpected. That was just as unexpected as Qbert on West Side Gun's Fly God album.
Yeah, yeah, and And Cuba was on Hush Kingpin's joint too. So
Yeah, the Cocaine Beach. Yeah.
yep, that's right.
Now, I'm a person that enjoys having physical copies. I have a vinyl collection, my cassettes and CDs, and you you put out Creme de la Creme on CD and vinyl. The vinyl sold out very quick. How did that feel?
Oh man, yeah, it's a great feeling. You know what I mean? Just to know that that people want the vinyl and the physical. You know what I mean? It's like in this day and age, like everyone's so used to having it so quick, like with the whole digital streaming, and
Hmm.
like just to actually see the record and be able to hold it and read it and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a great feeling, man, for sure.
And um, what was I gonna say? Oh, the before this year came and you dropped the extended versions and the remixes, you
Mm.
you also did some work with Widowmaker.
Yeah, actually, the record is coming out hopefully soon, man. Like we've been waiting on this record for about 7, 8 months, maybe. Just the vinyl
Hmm.
pressing thing takes so long. But
Yes.
yeah, I mean that record. You know what's crazy? That record's been done before Creme de la Creme. So it's just crazy that this whole
Wow.
project came out way before that Widowmaker project. Man. Yeah, it's crazy.
Mhm. We got a question about the remixes.
Yep.
Were the remixes constructed right after you two completed each song, or after the whole album was completed?
Oh, the album was done already, and then I had sent out the acapellas to all the producers afterwards. So they got to hear the actual like original song, and then they did their own version of it. You know what I mean?
Dope.
Yeah.
Shout out Alpha of Hip Hop Slam with that question.
What's up, Alf? Yo, we got Substance. What's up, Substance?
Yeah.
He's on Federale, man. Killed it on that song.
Yep. Since we're talking about features, because Substance, he's another person right now he's on a warpath.
Yeah,
What
for
was
sure.
the process like of picking your features on here?
Ah, it was pretty easy, man. It was easy. Everybody I sent it to, they sent it right back to me, and we
Mm.
just rocked out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, everybody did what they did their job. You know what I'm saying? You know, Substance King did his one too. K Buzz did his thing on there. Casa came, you know what I'm saying, shot him down. It was over.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, from the way you two talk about this album, it seems like everything was it just worked right. Everything just came together, the way you wanted it to.
Yeah, for sure. Like honestly, like everything was just ev- everything was organic. You know what I mean? Like I didn't feel like I had to like say too much or like give any direction or anything. Like Flood came
Mhm.
with 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 the vocals and just every song he just killed. All the features, Substance, K Burns, Casa, they all killed it. I didn't have to do much, man. Honestly, I just arranged everything, you know what I mean, and just cleaned up the audio a little bit, you know what I mean. But I mean, everything was a done deal at that point, you know what I mean. We just had to worry about the artwork, get that done, mixing and mastering, you know what I mean. But that was about
Mhm.
it, man. Yeah.
Now with this album, tell us a story that us fans might not know.
Hmm. um, man, you know, I mean, I want to say like, so we have about on this album we have 8 songs. I want to say I gave Flood like maybe 10 songs. So out of the 10 songs, eight eight made the album, and then one of the songs that didn't make the album, or should I say, one of the beats became that remix that I did for with Pro Dillinger and Noah the Flood that just came out.
Ah,
So so yeah, so that was like an extra beat that like we didn't use, but it Flood ended up being on it anyways. So it was all good.
interesting. Hmm.
Yeah.
And then what was it? Are you gonna say something, Noah?
Oh, nah.
Oh, okay.
I just saying we just
I was
fucking
gonna.
the no better record. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Just
Mm,
it's moving around.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Yep. Pro Dillinger, he's another one. He just dropped another dope album with Finn. He's got the track
Yep.
"You Got Out." I mean, he's out there. He's making his name known. Shout out to the whole Umbrella and 19 Music crew.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And when 2022 came out, you also released not just the remixes, but the extended versions. When you release these extended versions, for me, from a person that grew up DJing, you remind me a lot of 12 inches where they had B-sides where it was not just the instrumental, it was the extended versions as well. And that was like the only place you could
Right.
find them at.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I wanted to bring that back. You know what I mean? Just because I remember back in the days, yeah, you would have the regular version, the instrumental, the dub, and the extended. And I was just trying to think of the DJs too, just because I know a lot of DJs want to cut up the phrases, or like maybe juggle, a little bit. So like I was just trying to come from that perspective, and just think for the DJs. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's why we did that bonus extended record right there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And a DJ that, I always shout out because not only is he been killing cuts on guest features, but also his radio show. Got to shout out John Doe because when he dropped Game Tight, he was going in on the cuts with that.
Yeah, man. For sure. Shout out to John Doe, Southern Vanguard.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
And Noah, we definitely got to talk about the Mali Empire. We had Casablanca on there before. He was telling us about it as well. You continue on from where he was talking about it.
Ah, man. I'm just saying, it's whatever needs to be. It can be production, it can be distribution, man. Whatever it needs to be, all purpose with the Mali Empire. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say about that.
Cool. Now,
Make it happen.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely. Now, Noah, your first official project, what was that? Trill Life Mathematics with the architect?
Yeah, the first one that came out.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. That really put you on the map, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a hell of a thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't pay for that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, put me on the map. You know, Architect bless that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Made waves.
And like, yeah. And like D Styles was saying, you know, from there, you work with 30 Digs. You got the Stu Bangers joint. You got the Untouchables joint. You know, your whole crew. Jay Holly, Casablanca, Kinsey. You even work with I think it was an EP you did with El Mariacho.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know
it's a few of them.
these producers know.
Evil Doer.
Yeah, Evil Doer. That's right. Yeah.
Evil Doer.
What else? Yeah, man. That might be it.
Yeah, so
Giallo
I mean,
Point, of course.
Yeah.
So with your discography, I mean, we see that you like to work with one producer for each project. You know, is that always been your approach?
Nah, I mean, a lot of sometimes it just turn out that way. You know what I'm saying? This is how some producers come to me and just hit me with some things like, "Yo, just splash something to lock in with me." You know what I mean? If time permits, we can lock in and get something. You know what I'm saying? Done. You know what I mean? For the most part. But yeah, it's always dope when you get a lot of good beats from one producer.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, it's like the first one with the Architect. It'd be like the first pack. I like pick about 10 beats out the whole pack. Like I put the whole pack. I rap on the whole everything.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? The producer hit me like, "What's going on?" You know what I mean? Right? Like I'm ready to everything. You know what I'm saying?
Leave no beat left unturned.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that, man. Somebody
Hey,
get
Yo,
it.
Flood.
I was gonna say if you're in the zone.
Yeah. Flood, I'm just curious. How did you and Architect end up meeting up? Like working together? How did that happen?
It was through a brother named Killer Cali. You know what I'm saying? From Gold Chain Music.
Golden Chain Music,
yeah, and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, Gold Chain Military. And he was one of my advocates, whatever, you know what I'm saying, and put that together for me, you know what I mean? And we locked in.
That's dope.
And,
Okay.
I'm saying JR came out to Dallas, you know what I'm saying? I came out to the West, you know what I'm saying? We chopped it up. You know,
Okay.
going.
Crazy. Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Killer Cali, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah. I like when another artist appreciates someone else's music and provides that connection like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He plugged in with the Architect as well. So you know what I'm
saying? Teamwork.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And I like the Architect, back in the days, and I still appreciate his work now, but I really appreciate his ear because he pays attention to talent that's out there. I remember when he first was speaking about the God for Him a few years back.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So he definitely keeps his ear out there, see what's out there.
Yeah, for sure.
You got joints with all kind of people. You got all, They started with the
Definitely.
WC and the Mad Circle and all that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All the way to Makami. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is vast.
Crazy.
Now, who is for the extended versions on the vinyl? Who's that? The artist, is he from Japan?
Yeah, the artist is Nade Neko from Japan.
Okay.
And he does a lot of Crime Apples artwork as well. So that's how I kind of found his artwork, and then I just kept in touch with him from there. Yeah, Nade Neko.
Nade Neko. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to screw up his name, so I'm going to have y'all say it first, so I know how to say it.
Yeah.
Shout out Nade Neko. Definitely.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy artwork right there too.
Yeah. And those cassette tapes came out dope too.
For sure. Yeah. Thank you. Yep.
I can't wait to get my hands on the copy.
Yeah.
I know those the extended versions on vinyl is about to sell out soon. You probably got like less than 10 left last time I checked.
Yeah. It's down to the last like nine copies, I think, right now. Yep.
Good feeling.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The music is out there.
Yeah. Worldwide.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is digital these days, so is a different type of appreciation for people that are still buying physicals to the capacity that they are right now.
Yeah, definitely. Like I was doing the shipping for for the tapes and the records, and man, like normally I would ship internationally, like for my own like individual projects, but for this Creme de la Creme, I mean it went to countries I never shipped before. Israel, it went to Russia, a lot in Denmark, Sweden. Yeah, you know what I mean? Malaysia, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's dope.
Alf got another question. He said, was there any point during the whole process of constructing the album that either one of you ran into a rut that you eventually dug yourself out of?
I don't think so. I mean, not for me at least. Like everything was just was natural, and everything just flowed. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. So you know what? Yeah. So the scratches on the song "Game Tight." I actually had those scratches on that song, but I didn't give it to Nowaah the Flood. Like I just gave him the bare beat, just because I didn't want him to think he had to rhyme about that particular subject. But then when he gave me back the vocals, I put those scratches back on, and it actually fit. You know what I mean? It actually worked, and so I was like, oh man, it was meant to be. You know what I mean? It's crazy, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a fun fact right there.
Wow.
Fun fact.
That's dope. So I have to ask, because like you said, during the pandemic, you started doing a lot more production, and Creme de la Creme is a result of that. Since this album has come out, has there been other artists reaching out to you?
Yeah, actually there has. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, this project opened up another door. I mean, because normally I get asked to do a lot of scratches, like for other producers. But this time I'm actually getting asked for beats. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a good thing for sure. You know what I mean? Definitely.
Dope, dope. That D style behind you is that respectfully?
Yeah, yeah. It
Ah,
is. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
dope.
Which is one of the dopest album covers I've ever seen, man. So crazy.
Now tell us a normal day. This is a question for both of you, for the DJing, the production, and for Noah with the MCing. What's a normal day for you when you go into your creative mode?
Or which one, man?
No, no, the question's for both of you. So, either one of you
Oh,
can go.
sh- mm, this my joint's regular. It's regular. You know what I'm saying? I take care of what I gotta take care of. You know what I'm saying? Your daily duties, chores. You know what I'm saying? And then try to set up your workplace. You know what I'm saying? And get to
Hmm.
it. Sometimes you write and play. Depending wherever however you do it. I don't know if I said it. If I just said anything right now, but yeah, just normal, man. Normal life, man. Normal life.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And once everything taken care of, you know what I'm saying, you sit up and create. You know what I mean? That's how I usually do it. You know what I'm saying?
um,
I go for a walk. I don't know. You know what I mean? But yeah, it
And the
varies,
same for
man.
you, D. Mm.
I mean, yeah, like for me, like I used to be a night owl. Like I used to work on music from like 12, like from midnight to like 4 a.m. and be real creative like during those hours. But I got kids, so now I gotta wake up early. I gotta drive them to school. So
Hmm.
now my creative process it basically starts after I drop them off. I'm free from like 9 a.m. to about 1 p.m. And then I got to pick them up and all that. So I'm making music and I'm working on music from 9 a.m. to about 1 p.m. You know what I mean? That's my window of like opportunity right there for the most part. And then when they go to
Hmm.
sleep, like I could work again, but I got to wake up early every day. So yeah, it's tough for me to stay up late. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With with the beat junkies, I have to bring this up because I salute y'all and what you did in well, I believe it was April of 2017, April 15th probably. Beat Junkies Institute of Sound opened up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
what I've seen the pictures and and the videos of the training and the seminars and everything. I mean, you
Right.
have students of all ages. How does that feel? To be able to teach like that.
Yeah, man. It's like a dream come true. You know what I mean? It's something that we always like fantasized about, but to actually make it happen, you know what I mean, was just crazy. Um, yeah, I mean we're like approaching our 5 year anniversary right now. So
Hmm.
it's just hard to believe that like we've been open for 4 years. You know what I mean? And yeah, just being able to teach this art form that we've been doing all most of our life. You know what I mean? And just being able to pass it on to the younger generation. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're just grateful. You know what I mean? Super grateful. That's all.
Dope. Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. And I see a lot of younger people, children, teenagers,
Hmm.
really interested in it, and that's a great thing right there because
Yeah.
you have another generation that can continue what I grew up appreciating. And then from
Right.
my
Right.
uncle teaching me how to DJ, and then me going to DJ
Hmm.
battles and seeing stuff and wanting to go home and try and practice what I could and what I couldn't do. And and now you have a schools open. We didn't have that. It was just
Right.
a certain person that DJs, you go over to their place and then you get to practice.
Hmm. Hmm. And you know what's scary, man, is like our kids, they're from age 7 to about 13, 14. And it's scary how fast they pick it all up. You know what I mean? They're like a sponge and they absorb it. You know what I mean? Like we'll teach them the crab scratch. You know what I mean? And they'll get it in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And whereas us, it took us 2 weeks or you know what I mean, 2 months maybe. Yeah, it's scary, man. It's super scary.
Dope, man. Now for the two of you, what's next for Creme de la Creme? You got any videos coming out?
Mm.
Yeah.
Hopefully
You
soon.
know,
Hopefully
you're gonna
soon.
see, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
You're gonna see some
Yeah,
visuals,
hopefully.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
dope.
yeah, yeah. Coming soon. Coming soon.
So it's not over, man. You're just getting started with the thing, you know what I mean? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying, before I introduce you, surprised me with the extended versions and the remixes. And then
Yeah.
I don't think too many people know. I believe it's if you purchase the vinyl version of the extended version, you get the digital download of the instrumentals.
Hmm. Yep. Yep. That's right too. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just trying to keep that spirit of like that whole 12-inch thing. You know what I mean? With the instrumental, the dub version. You know what I mean? And just trying to think of the DJs as well. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they loving it. DJ's been hitting me, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is what it is. The extended version.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah.
that's dope to hear, man. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Dope. Now I'm not sure if you're familiar with a group um, from Philly, Wrecking Crew is the whole group, but they Small Professor and Zilla Rocca, they released an album last year, and
Uh,
one of their physicals was a mini disc, and it sold
oh,
very
word.
well. And I saw that
Okay.
you, D Styles, had a mini disc come out.
Yeah. Right. 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 Yeah, I just wanted to try it out and see. I actually don't even own a mini disc player anymore. You know what I mean? But the spot that actually makes tapes, they also do mini discs. So just wanted to do a short run and try it out. You know what I mean? But small professors. He's from Philly. You said?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even know that they put out a mini disc. That's dope.
yeah.
That's like a
Yeah, I'll
forgotten
send.
format right there. You know.
Yeah, I'll send you a link to the album and everything.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely picked up a copy because I actually still do have a Sony mini disc player that works. I recorded quite a
Oh
bit of
wow.
underground radio shows on there.
Oh, dope. Okay. Okay.
Mini disc.
Yeah, man. That might be I'm telling you, that might be the next format to be selling well because cassettes are selling out right now,
Hmm.
just similar to the way the vinyl is right now. So you never
Right.
know.
Right. Yeah. Right. You never know. Shoot.
So you said a video is coming soon. What else is possibly next that you might be able to talk about? It doesn't have to be creme de la creme. It just could be any future works.
Go ahead, Flood. You got something?
Do I got something? Oh yeah, you're about to get something real soon. You know what I'm saying? Real soon. I don't know if I usually don't. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to give it away. That's all right.
Yeah, I don't want to give it away, but you know what I'm saying. It's not it. You just, you know what I'm saying. So, very very soon. So if anybody out there they checking for Nowaah the Flood, I'm just getting started. You know what I mean? We warm up. A lot of shit to come. You know what I'm saying? For the 2022, the tools and all that.
Yeah.
So we got
You're
another
gonna hear
question.
more. You're gonna hear more of me on D Styles production as well. You know what I'm saying? Sometime.
Yeah.
The calendar.
Let's run it back. Let's run it back. Yeah, man. So we've been, we've been talking about, with the Beat Junkies, we used to have a record label back in the day. So we're planning to bring back the record label, Beat Junkie Sound, and put out more projects. So we've been in the talks, maybe, getting Rhett involved, because he makes beats, J Rock makes beats, Babu, and just working with different artists. So hopefully Nowaah the Flood is down to keep working with us. You know what I mean? We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
I heard that.
Speaking of Babu, I gotta shout him out because he did his thing on those flips, on the Melvin projects. Oh, man.
Right. Because yeah, what's up with that?
I grew up on house music. Yeah, I grew up on house music, so I know he did some ill flips.
Yeah, what's crazy about that? He did all that in Serato Studio. I don't know if you ever messed with Serato Studio.
Wow, no.
But he made all that in there. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The flips, yep.
We got one more question. Someone, will the video be shot in Vegas that you were talking about? That's coming soon.
Oh, some of it is shot in Vegas. Yeah, for sure. Some of it is, yeah. Yeah. That's Rich. What's up, Rich?
Yeah. Is that your water?
Dope.
You're ready for the visual.
Visuals, yo.
I'm coming.
So, hey, never know. Now, have the two of you met in person yet?
No, we have not.
No? Okay.
Not yet. One day, hopefully one day. Yeah. I wish we could start doing shows and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, one day.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Is there like a song that from Creme de la Creme that's like one of your favorites? Just curious.
Game Tight is definitely one of them.
Game Tight. Word. Okay.
Yeah, that one stuck with me because you have and this is why I appreciate your production more and more. It's creepy the way that track starts out, and then the drums and the bass just drop in there. It's like, oh,
Okay, right.
yeah. But I would say that, yeah,
Yeah.
I got to say that one, living room and receipts.
Okay. Dope. Man, I use a lot of Japanese samples on this album, so that's why I wanted the artwork for the extended one to be Japanese, just because from that influence. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah.
There goes another fun fact.
Fun fact. There you go. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So these samples, this was music that you already had in your arsenal?
Yeah, I've been sitting on them, and it's like one of those things where I would always try to mess with them and add drums to them and reflip them. And then like I just thought I was overthinking it, you know what I mean? And so some of the original for a living room actually had drums on it. And then when Flood rhymed on it, I was like, man, this song doesn't actually need drums. So I basically stripped away the drums and just kept it bare bone with the the 3 or 4 loops that I had on it. Yeah.
Cool. I could talk about a bunch of other things, but I definitely want to, talk about the album and how it brought two talented individuals coming on 2 different spectrums, and you two of you still haven't met yet. It's a little wild at sometimes, but I understand what the way things are. But thank you for technology for bringing that chemistry together to create a dope album.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. You know what? I mean,
we linked in the pandemic, you know what I'm saying? So, we thought we had to do the best way. You know what I mean? You could,
yeah. Like I think it was like good timing too, man. I mean, because I didn't know if we were gonna have chemistry or not. Like, you know what I mean? I was just sending them beats. But man, yeah, it was just everything was just natural and like organic, man. It's crazy.
Alpha saying I really like Know Better. The vocals and cuts are nice on that one.
Right on. Thanks, Alf. Oh yeah.
Also, this is on YouTube as well.
Yep.
Okay, I got a log.
Dope. We, like you said, we got more in store. We definitely appreciate you taking the time tonight, to speak with us. Definitely want you to come back again, because I know y'all got more heat, like you already said. So
yeah, man, coming soon.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, definitely. As always,
thank you, man.
Let the world know where they can reach out to you and they can support your music.
Slow, yeah.
Go ahead, Flood.
Nowaah the Flood on everything. NOWAAHTHEFLOOD. You know what I'm saying? You can Google it or whatever, and I'm saying find me at your leisure. You know what I mean? On your own good timing. You know what I mean? Check me out. You know what I mean? Give me a stream, cop something or something. You know what I mean? Something. Share it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, that share is everything. That's what,
Absolutely.
you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You may get it in the hands, you know what I mean, of the right person. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna put
Yeah,
both
man. So,
your band camps
oh, okay.
in the comments.
Oh, right on. Thank you. Yeah, I'm on Bandcamp and mainly just Instagram. So mainly just those two right there.
Absolutely. Definitely, man. And as always, you know, HHDG Media will continue to put out and let the world know of dope music like the two of you created with Creme de la Creme, plus the instrumentals, plus the extended versions and those remixes.
Word. Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Salute, man.
Shout out the Mali Empire. Shout out world famous Beat Junkies. Shout out Invisible Scratch Pickles. Shout out the Untouchables. You know, all y'all doing your thing.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for having us.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Thank you, brother.
If y'all got any more shout outs, let the world know.
We just shouted about, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out the supporters, man. Shout out to, you know, the people that hit play and stream, you know what I mean? All that. Everybody. Man.
Yeah, big ups to everybody who copped the tape, the CD, the vinyl, man. We really appreciate the support, man. Thank you guys so much. Yeah.
Word.
Dope.
We'll keep on working
You know.
hard for y'all. You know?
Yup.
Absolutely, man. Got to go check out that Beat Junkies merch.
Yeah. BJunkies.com for any merch. But look out for the video coming soon, though. Video coming soon.
Yes, indeed. On behalf of all our HHDG Media crew, myself, Wiki, Rock Vader KB, T. Smith, Demare, and Skelly Top, we're going to say peace.
Peace. Thank you.